Hello students, on this video I'm going to show you, we're going to start creating our first project in Scratch. Okay, remember how to get to Scratch? All you have to do is type into Google Scratch and you will get it from the list. It's the first one, the one that says Imagine, Program, and Share. Once it gets you to your Scratch website, click where it says Sign In. Put your credentials, the one that we created in last class, in last session, and you will be able to log in to access your Scratch account. When you have signed in successfully, your user should appear on the upper right corner. This is where you should have your user, and if you click, you will be able to sign out. It's not necessary to sign out from Scratch because you have your own computer user like we always do. Okay, so on this video I'm going to show you how to create your first project, and there's two ways to create your new project. You can either click create, or you can click on your briefcase or folder, the one that says my stuff. When you click my stuff, I have all the programs, the projects that I've created. You don't have a project yet. That's why we're going to create the first one. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to use this one that it's empty. When you click create or create new project, it's going to give you a new project, and all you have to do, this is what you will have, and this is Scratch. This is basically what we have to use. Okay, so what you have to do is the following, and let me give you just a quick introduction on the way the user interface works. And this is the screen that you have from Scratch. On the left side, we're going to start from the left side. On the left side, you have what it's called the stage. This is where your characters will move around. This is a preview window. How is he going to behave? Okay. Then underneath you will have a list of sprites, sprite list. This is where all the elements that you have used and inside your stage will appear. Next to it, on the left side, you have the stage backdrop. This is the background. You can change the background. Right now we have a white background, but we can change this. And then we have the blocks palette in the center. If we move, if you see, we have different names. We have motion, looks, sound, pen, data, events, control, sensing, operators, and more blocks. These are different blocks. If I go to a different category, it's going to give me a different blocks that I can use. Okay, that's why it's called the block palette. And then on the right side, it's our working space where we're going to put together the blocks. We can change the costumes and we can edit the sound. Okay, all of this we're going to use, and we're going to start using them in the future, in the near future. But let's get started. Okay, first of all, on the top, in my case, it says Untitled 6. In your case, it should say Untitled 1. This means that it's not that you haven't given a name first, that you haven't given a name to this project. I will tell you to write the name example and put number 1. Okay, we're going to save it with example number 1. Now, this character right here is called Scratchy, and Scratchy is our first sprite. Let's say, and we're going to start with the tools that we have here, and let's say that I want to make Scratchy. Just one thing. Look how my website it's in English. If your website it's in Spanish, click on the globe, click on the little globe, and please select English as your language, so you will see the same things I'm seeing. Okay, Then you have the File tab, in which you can create a new one, save your project at that moment, save a copy. Let's say that you open a project that you have previous done, and you want to create a copy, but a modification of it, then you can create a copy. Then you can go to My Stuff, which was the folder or the briefcase. Then you can download it to your computer if you just want to keep the file in your computer, or if you have worked in your computer with the Scratch offline and you want to upload it to your account. Okay? Now, on the edit, what you have is small stage layout and turbo mode. We're going to get to this one in the future lessons. Okay? And tips, this is where you can get tips how to work or how to use some of the stuff. Okay, so at this moment we're not going to use the tips. So I was saying that we have Scratchy in the center, and what we want to do with Scratchy is I want to make them a little bit smaller. So I will go to the top and click on the tool that says shrink, and I will select Scratchy, and I will click inside Scratchy, and Scratchy will shrink. If I want to do the opposite, if I want to grow, I want to make them bigger, I will click grow, I will click inside Scratchy, and I will click to the size that I want. Okay? On this case, I think that's it. I will just bring them back to a size that I want. Okay, now if you want to get rid of them, if you're not going to use Scratchy in your project, you can click delete, and you can click on Scratchy, and Scratchy will be gone. If you made a mistake and you didn't want to do that, you can click edit, and you can select on delete, and it's going to undo whatever you have done. Okay, and that's it for that. Okay, now just like I was telling you, on the center you will have the block palettes, and the block palettes has all the blocks, the programming blocks, the coding blocks that you can use in your code. Remember, this is going to be just like a puzzle. You will put pieces together to create an action, and the one that's going to do the action will be Scratchy. Okay, let's say I'm going to put Scratchy, take Scratchy and put him on the left side of your screen. I will go, first of all, when I start something, it's going to be when I click on the green flag. So there's a block that I can get from the events. I will click on the events, and I will get a block that says when the green flag is clicked, and now I can start. This is when I click the green flag, what's going to happen, and now it's time for me to tell the program Scratch what do I want Scratchy to do. Okay, first of all, I want Scratchy to move 10 steps. That means he's going to move towards the right side. And if I can test my code at any time, I will click the green flag, and he moved just a little bit. Why? Because he's only 10 steps. How about if I put 20 steps? Let's type 20, click green flag, he moves a little bit more, but let's say that I want 50 steps. Let's see how it goes. There you go. Looks a lot better, but I have to keep, I want to get Scratchy from this point all the way to the center, and it's going to take me more than 50 steps. So I can just keep trying, let's say 200. I will bring them back, I will click the green flag, and there I go. So we're back, and so we wanted to move, so when we put the 200 steps, he's going to get to the center. When I put him right on the left side, I click the green flag, and he's going to get to the center. But do I have to keep doing this? Do I have to keep just bringing him back every time? So if you don't want to keep doing this, this is what you can do. First of all, let's put him back in the position or the location that we want. And if you see in one of your blocks says go to X, Y, and it has some number. Wait, so when you move your sprite, those numbers, if you see them, they get updated. And this is just like a grid. Just like in math, when when you guys are graphing, this is like a grid. So we have some positive values for x, and we have some negative values for y. Okay, so on this case, I have a negative because we have x on the left side, the negative values of x on the left side, and the positive values of x on the right side. We have the negative values of y down, and we have the positive values of y to the top. So in this case, we have a negative x and a positive y. So I want him to always start at this location. So where should I put this if I want him that the first thing he does is go to that location in a sequence order? Well, I will put this before, because first I want him to go to this location, and then I want him to move 200 steps. Okay, so I will click the green flag, and there I go. When I click the green flag again, what happened? He's not moving. Well, actually he's moving, but the thing is that he's doing it fast, because computers work really fast. So if I want to see the way he moves, I should get a control. I will go to the control blocks, and I will use this one, the one that says wait 1 second, and I will put it in between. And now if I click the green flag, he goes where I want him to start, and then he moves to the center. And I try it again, and it works just fine. I try it again, and it works just fine. If I want him to move a lot faster, I can bring down the time, and it looks a lot faster. Okay, for right now, this is what we're going to cover. If you have any questions, please let me know. We have only covered 4 blocks, and here are the 4 blocks that we have covered. When the green flag is clicked, go to X and Y, the wait block, and the move block. I'll see you on the next video. Okay?